What's your take when it comes to tablets and PCs? And do you think that tablets can eventually someday replace a laptop?
I don't think tablets and laptops can replace each other because there are very specific use cases for the tablet and the PC. The launch of the OmniPad was a very thoughtful response to this specific market, both designed and produced in this market to address the fact that India is already a mobile-friendly, mobile-first country. And so for first-time PC buyers, how do you create an experience that allows them to make that transition?
If you can also tell us the real world adoption when it comes to AI PCs, how are they helping different segments of customers?
The whole idea of HPIQ is to create a frictionless, optimized experience both for the customer and collaboration between devices.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Tech Pulse, and today we are having a very special conversation. We are talking to Ipsita Dasgupta, MD for HP India, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Welcome to the podcast today.
Thank you, Dhruv. It's nice to be here.
Thank you so much. We want to start first with the congratulations that are in order. The last year for you guys was ballistic actually. HP India's PC market share went to 29.1%, and the commercial business has grown about 18.7%. While at the same time, it's a bittersweet moment because the consumer business has also declined by 9.4%. We wanted to understand, as a leader, can you give us an insight about what worked for you when it comes to commercial businesses, and what do you see the sort of feedback that you're receiving in terms of the consumer business as well?
Sure, Dhruv. And yes, we had a fantastic year. Our focus really on the commercial side has always been to stay as close to the customer as possible. A couple years ago, we reorganized ourselves to drive our customer relationships based on the types of entities, whether it's India Inc., Indian companies, global capability centers, smaller companies, MSMEs, and then separately government. And we separated these so that we would have teams that are really maniacally focused on what the needs of these different entities would be. And, I always believe in the input factors driving the output factors, and that's why you've seen what you have. From a consumer point of view, we've always, we've been focused on a few areas and prioritized them. One largely being that in a market that has 17% PC penetration, how do we expand the user base of PCs? And we've thought about it in three ways. One is to increase accessibility. Another is to create use cases. The Indian household buys for use cases, not buys products. So how do we impact education? How do we impact income generation? How do we impact skilling? Software that allows for many of these use cases to exist. And then third and finally, the idea of affordability.
So as we know that AI PCs are being very aggressively pushed in the market, and the adoption rate is also very high. HP with the HP IQ as well in picture is also having a very strong portfolio. We wanted to understand how strongly this is being positioned, and if you can also tell us the real world adoption when it comes to AI PCs, how are they helping different segments of customers? Say a consumer PC demand might be different because that's a different use case, as you mentioned, and for a commercial PC, different organizations require different types of configurations. So can you run us through some real world adoptions as well?
Yeah, it's a great question. Look, the whole idea of HPIQ is to create a frictionless, optimized experience both for the customer and collaboration between devices.
Yeah.
And so being able to optimize for things like thermal and battery power, intense computing needs, devices talk to each other, are just now the way people expect to be able to work and expect to be able to learn. From a particular industry's perspective, we already see in the IT industry, almost 25% of coding today is AI-assisted code generation. Similarly, when we look at SMEs, we see just the productivity gains that SMEs get from AI usage, whether it is for customer support, whether it is for marketing, whether it is for even their financial accounting. So I think a combination of particular industry use cases with ISVs that we're partnering with, software vendors that make for real world applications in some of these particular industries, along with the ability to optimize the device for a user as well as for other devices, is the idea behind HPIQ and some of the other technologies.
But that also extends to my next question, because ecosystem play is very crucial, especially in the kind of world that we live in. It's literally a global village now. You have a plethora of product portfolio. I mean, we're looking at printers, they all work together, and services as well. How do you see this integrated ecosystem translate into real value for users? And perhaps how has it helped users, if you have received any feedback as well?
Look, I think the key is the idea of being frictionless. Today, especially with hybrid work, the expectation for people is to be able to smoothly move from working at home, commuting to your workplace, and being able to walk into a poly room and have your device connected without you having to even give it a second thought. The more human, and AI has made our expectations even greater of this, the more human our interface and our experiences feel, the more frictionless things become. So the aim, and as you'll see with a lot of the product demos that you'll go through today, is to create that frictionless experience and literally be able to have a worker walk through their day, being able to jump from one device to the other.
Absolutely. So that kind of ecosystem play does help in productivity also, because you're not switching between devices and going through one and through all, for sure. Now we come to actually a rather controversial question. This is a debate as old as technology now. Tablet versus PCs. Today we have seen that you have introduced the OmniPad, and it actually puts fuel to the fire that has always been there. What's your take when it comes to tablets and PCs, and do you think that tablets can eventually someday replace a laptop?
I don't think tablets and laptops can replace each other, because there are very specific use cases for the tablet and the PC. The launch of the OmniPad was a very thoughtful response to this specific market, both designed and produced in this market, to address the fact that India is already a mobile-friendly, mobile-first country. And so for first-time PC buyers, how do you create an experience that allows them to make that transition? Both get the flexibility of the tablet, but also get the productivity gains and the user experience of a PC. So the idea really with the OmniPad is not to move to tablets as much as it is to transition a first-time customer in the most user-friendly manner and the manner that they're most used to engaging with devices.
So can we say that this is basically a welcome to the HP ecosystem via the OmniPad?
I love that. A welcome to the HP ecosystem.
Well, for sure. Well, you have heard it from the main source herself, and that's the take for HP when it comes to tablet versus PCs. Thank you so much for today. It was a lovely conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dhruv. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.